Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Monster Tamer News, the segment on this channel where we go over the last week's developments in the monster taming genre. This week is honestly kind of slow in terms of major developments. However, we do have confirmation that a new Yokai Watch game is in the works. We got some information regarding Dragon Quest monsters, a new Kickstarter for a tabletop game, some new Palworld footage, and more. So as per the usual, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Okay, so first things first, and we did cover this a few days ago, but we did get confirmation that Level 5 is developing a new Yokai Watch game. However, we currently don't have any information regarding whether or not this will be a Japanese exclusive game or not. Given the fact that we haven't received any news regarding localization of Yokai Watch 4, this does lead me to believe that it probably is Japan exclusive. However, that being said, we don't know for sure until we get more information. It's just as possible that they confirm a Western version of Yokai Watch 4 within the coming weeks. So the idea of Yokai Watch 5, if that's what it's going to be, coming to the West is not out of the question until it actually does get confirmed either way. As always, I will keep you guys up to date on anything pertaining to this, so make sure to subscribe if you're not already. So we did receive some new information regarding Dragon Quest monsters, and basically this is an article that goes into various characters within the game, the story, some of the monsters, and stuff like that. I will show you guys some screenshots from the article, but I do feel like this is something that should warrant its own video, especially because none of the information is particularly easy to condense into a short news segment. However, what I will say is that we will be reading the article in tomorrow's video, so definitely stay tuned for that. One cool thing is that the game will have seasonal changes and takes place in a world where monsters reign supreme. We got a brand new release date trailer for Adore, which if you don't know is a pretty interesting monster taming game, as you can see by the gameplay. Essentially, it allows you to summon and utilize monsters in real-time combat, and the combat itself doesn't feel too dissimilar from something like League of Legends. Now, that being said, this trailer actually gives us, like I said, the release date for all major consoles and the 1.0 version on Steam, which will be August 3rd, which is pretty soon. I haven't decided how deep I'm going to go with this game. I definitely find it enjoyable, but it is a roguelike, so I don't think a strict Let's Play would work, just because each run is typically pretty short and then the game kind of resets and stuff like that. However, if you guys have any specific needs when the game comes out in terms of guides and stuff like that, definitely let me know and I'll see what I can do. The MonstaTama Kickstarter is now live, which if you don't know or remember from last week's segment, is a tabletop deck construction game that's currently in the works. The campaign in question has roughly 23 days to go, with it securing $3,000 of its $8,200 goal. If you're a fan of tabletop games, definitely feel free to check it out. I will leave the Kickstarter campaign linked below. Now, before we get into the rapid fire news where we go over updates that don't need lengthy explanations, we do have a couple new Palworld monster showcases, which is becoming a weekly thing and I love it. Let's check them out. All right, rapid fire news time. First up, we got a clip showcasing combat for Summoner's Tale. We got a new monster coming to Monster Masters, a new line for Evomon, a new line for Zokai. We got some new monsters for Kaitomon. You can now buy Dragon Quest treasures on Steam. Monster Crown had a quality of life update that fixes some bugs, increases storage space, and adds some new forms to the game. We got a confirmation that Prying to the Void has acquired a publisher, that being Dangan Entertainment, which is the same publishing studio responsible for Disc Creatures and Upoming. Hashtag crossovers when. We got a short clip showcasing the enemy behavior in Tamamon. Here we get a model for the Fire Guardian in Elements. And finally, last but not least, we have a starter selection video for Monster Morphers, a game we covered on the channel a while back. Let's check it out.
With the beasts of Wara to the Initiant. In this rite, the Initiant chooses the first beast with which they will form a bond. They can choose between 3 beasts. Iraucus, a monster that can use the lightning element to move fast and excel in melee combat. Sukushareka, a beast that can attack from a distance with feathers and use the wind to keep opponents at bay. And finally, Kyurus, who can channel the power of the earth and change their spells based on the terrain they are standing on.
And there you go, guys. Not a bad week overall, even in this seemingly slower time. There's still tons to be excited about, especially when you see franchises like Dragon Quest Monsters and hopefully Yokai Watch taking advantage of the upswing in the genre. Other than that, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you do want to stay up to date on all things monster taming, this is the #1 place to be. You can check out my Twitter, Discord, and Patreon as well. And special thanks to the patrons, especially Jim Hamilton, Dro Ghost, Dark Persona Exodus, and Candy Morency. And we'll see you next time. Peace.